Hey boss, I know you're trying to like do a video for this week, but we need to work somewhere else where it's warm, not in a blizzard. So can you get this video thing going so we can get out of here? Let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean James. This is Kentucky, the MiniTruck state. On this week's video, we're still working on the Mazda. Unfortunately, this week we have snowstorms in November, and my brother is not happy.
I want to go home now.
He wanted to stay at the house, so
we'll work on the Mazda. Let's go work on the Mazda now.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and close this job site up. We're gonna go work on the Mazda. What's going on, everybody? This is Sean James, Kentucky, the MiniTruck state. So that video was this morning. My brothers want to be silly, so we were silly. I'm currently headed to Tractor Supply in Paducah, Kentucky, to try and find another trailer fender so I can finish working on tubbing the firewall for Kaydee's truck. We're gonna have a small piece that'll be big enough to do the passenger side, but I'm gonna need another piece to do the driver's side, and I don't have one, so we're to buy a whole new fender, and they're about 70 bucks. Be alright. I'll use it somewhere else still, so I'm not too worried about it. It is about 4:50 in the afternoon. We have about 10 minutes before it's dark outside. Really hate this time of year. But anyway, make sure and tune into this video. We are going to try and get the front end kind of taken care of. I ordered all the parts I talked about last week, upper and lower ball joints, new shocks for the front of the Mazda, and what else was there? Something else. Oh, new belts for the front end for all the AC, alternator, and the power steering pump. So all that stuff will be here. But it won't be here till Friday, or late Thursday night, so we probably won't get it in this video, but the plan is to get the lower suspension taken apart, get it cleaned up, get it primered, and get it painted. That way we can install it and be done with that part of it. I'm thinking about cutting the upper shock mount off the frame. I have one that's a little bit stronger. I don't have room to gusset it back behind it like I wanted to, due to the fact the way that the upper control arm bolts on the frame. I'm really close to hitting the grease zerk on the back side, and I don't want to get in its way, so we'll make sure and get into that here in just a minute. Make sure and do all the good YouTube things. Make sure and hit the like switch, comment down below, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. We are going to be giving that SVR D212 away very, very soon. As of Monday, we are 42 away from 1,000. So that is awesome. We are there. So can't believe it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this drive done, see if we can get the trailer fender picked up. I don't know about y'all, our leaves finally changed colors. It's beautiful out right now, other than having to deal with snow flurries this morning. So the funny thing about that is we have 2 days of 20-degree temperatures, and then it's supposed to be 70 the rest of the week. Only in Kentucky. We get a false fall, a false summer, a new fall, then a new summer, then winter. And that's how it always goes around here. So 17 seasons to end one season every year. Anyway, let's get this drive going. All right, we are back out in the garage, and we're making progress. So we went and got the trailer fender from Tractor Supply. I marked that on there just in case I messed up the one that I had, but I haven't yet. We are getting it to fit. So this is going up, tying into the existing fender. I've got it cut to fit into the floor. This notch is where the bolt is for the blower box, so that has to stay there. So this will go in. I can push it back a little bit to get it fitting a little bit better, but it'll be okay. I got a little bit of a gap there. That'll be okay. We'll be able to close that up. And then this will come around and tighten up and weld pretty good. So once we get that done, we'll come down here and get this cleaned up, get it fitting around that. And I may even cut this up. Well, I don't know. We're going to make some sort of a pattern to fill that in. but that's not gonna be a real big deal either. But I'd like to take and bend this to fit there, and then just have one little piece for filler. But it's coming together pretty good. I'm not gonna do like a how-to on tubbing this firewall, just because everybody's firewall is gonna be a little bit different. This is just what's gonna work for me, so we'll just kind of document it a little bit, but it's not gonna be a how-to. Also, I haven't really felt like being on camera a whole lot lately. I'm not sure why, but I just want to be able to get out here and get stuff done, not worry about having to record stuff. So this week's video might be a little bit different, but that's okay. You know, not every week has to be the exact same thing. So let me know what y'all think about it. Is this something that you'd like to see? Also, make sure and subscribe because we are giving that subwoofer away probably on the next video. And before we do that, I'll probably figure out do like Crawford did last time. He did a giveaway, do a short giveaway video with all the information and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of go from there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff kind of cleaned up and get ready to start kind of tacking it in place. And we'll catch y'all up to speed once we get that part done. Home from work, it's always good when you have a pile of parts from Rock Auto. So let's get in the garage and see what we got. All right, so I know what I got, but I also forgot what I got. So let's open this stuff up and see what we have here. These are the lower ball joints. No magnet. Man, what a rip. Should always get a magnet. Alright, let's see what this is. That's the temperature sensor for the Nissan. I'm assuming these are the lower or the upper ball joints. Yep, upper ball joints. There we go. Magnet. I don't remember what these white ones are. Oh, okay. Another magnet. And this is a new belt. That's probably what's in this box as well. All right. Next magnet. And then the other two belts I need for the alternator and the power steering pump. And then the last one. I got a double. They gave me two in this box. And these are the shocks for the Nissan and the Mazda, I hope. Yep. So now I can have shocks on the front of the Nissan, which would be really, really nice. So hardware and stuff in there. Heck yeah. Now we can start kind of putting some stuff back together. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, now we got all that stuff out. We can get back into the garage. I just got home from work. Again, it's 4 o'clock. You can tell the sun's already that far from going down. It says sunset is now at 4:45 p.m. That is terrible. All right, let's go ahead and put up our magnets. All right, so we are starting to get quite the collection of these Rock Auto things. So, yep, getting there. Pretty soon we'll have this whole thing Rock Auto, more likely. The last thing I have to get, I didn't even think about it the other day, is I need to get inner and outer tie rods. I'll order those probably on Friday when I get paid. Get some money put in the bank, get that stuff taken care of, and then the front end will be done. I'm gonna go ahead and take the lower control arms off the truck, the upper control arms off the truck, start finishing them, getting them ready to paint, get them primered, ready to paint. Then we can install that stuff and be done with it. I talked about changing out the front shock mount. I've had an idea. I may just make a piece of 3/16 and weld it to the side where they go farther down the frame and just reinforce it that way instead of having to cut it all out and redo it all. I've got to cut some of the Firewall stuff off where the lower brackets and stuff used to be for the inner fenders. We're going to cut that off. And I'm probably going to go ahead and cut out the wheel tub that I put in last night. I'm not happy the way that it fit up. There's a big gap at the bottom. I don't want to have to take the time to try and just weld it in really badly. So I've got enough of that new fender that I can cut it off. I actually traced the old one on there before I put it in, so I've actually got it really close to what it already needs to be. Spend a little more time getting it to fit up a little bit better, and just do it just a little bit different than what I was planning on, because I want it to look good. I don't want to halfway do it, which it doesn't look bad. Get down here where we can see it. But this gap across here is just a little wider than I want to deal with. And I think what I want to do is go ahead and let it come down. Kind of like I have this marked here. You can kind of see that red line. Let it come down across here. That way it continues that same nice curve all the way to the bottom. And then it lets us finish that out and look a lot better. I can't get in there to beat this corner around like I was hoping, because I'd have to take the evaporator box and all that stuff out. And I'm not taking the AC apart to do that. So it'd be easier just to grind these few tacks out and just take it back down and just cut a new piece. Like I said, I've already got it marked on there. I did that yesterday before I put it on. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it right, make it look good. And again, mainly I'm just concerned about getting this all the way down to here, and then just cutting this off. And then again, getting a better fit right there. This is galvanized. That is the only bad part about this. I hate messing with galvanized. You gotta be very careful with making it have an open area, or let fans kind of keep it away. Don't get right over it. Don't try not to breathe it real heavily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff cut out. I'm gonna get that stuff brought in. I may try and get the shocks on the front of the Nissan. I'm not gonna do that on camera. I'm wanting to drive it to work tomorrow, and if I have shocks on it, that would be really different, because I haven't had shocks on it since I've had the stereo system in it. So might actually ride a lot better. We'll see. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this stuff cut out. And once I get it kind of fit back in there again, I'll bring you back up to speed. All right, I've already got that cut out. And then another thing I'm wanting to do is, this isn't going to work anymore for the wire to come through, so I'm planning on cutting this out. I'm going to come to the top side up here and actually put a plate on top of that also to go up to the top of the Firewall right there and make that look a little bit cleaner as well. And then what we'll do is we'll just take and drill a hole in the side here, let that wire come out and go right through this hole, because it plugs into the wipers. Everything else has been deleted off the truck since we did a Weber swap. So I don't need any of those other wires that go through there. It's just like 5 wires that go through for like the wiper speed. So that's what we're going to plan to do there, is just like I said, we're just going to drill a hole for that grommet fits out here. And then we'll just have the wires come up and go through that slot. It'll work out perfectly. So we'll do a small wire tuck, not real crazy, but it'll definitely look cleaner. And then we can get rid of that big hole in the Firewall. We don't need it. So yeah, we'll take care of that. No big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this other fender up here and get it cut off and start getting it fit up. I haven't put the shocks on the Nissan yet. I decided I want to kind of get this going real quick, but I probably need to do that Nissan quick. And I'm gonna have to find nuts and bolts and all that stuff for it too. So I may do it another day. I ain't too worried about it tonight. I want to get this Mazda going. I want to get this done, get this ready, get this front end stuff taken apart. Things I was talking about is I've got to cut this off across here. I've got my power wire coming back from my battery. It's still got to get mounted. I got the fuel lines that have to go through there. And I'm going to cut this back here to give me room. And then what I'm planning on doing is cutting something out of 3/16 so I can put on the back side of this and let it be just past that where I can weld it and let it come all the way down on the frame and support this and make it more sturdy. I can't do it on the back side because of the fact that, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but the grease zerk is right there. You can kind of see it sticking out there. And then the wires come through there. If I put a guts on the back side of that, all that stuff is going to be in the way of the wiring running up to the front. So we'll get that stuff cut off. I'll get this kind of figured out once I get that cut off. And yeah, the driver's side is going to be a lot more fun, but we'll get it taken care of. I'm not too worried about it. Again, this isn't a how-to, so I'm not really going to show the process of doing that, but just give you some ideas of what I'm doing. So it's been kind of weird. The video's been doing okay. The views have kind of dropped off a little bit, so I'm not sure what you guys want to see. I know what I want to see, what I want to do, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. But hopefully the views will pick up more as we get into actual fab work. And all the last few videos and kind of chintzy videos, so I understand. But anyway, we're really close to 1,000. I'm really excited about that. I looked earlier today. We are 41 away from 1,000 subscribers. I went through and did all my stuff on YouTube for the monetization stuff. And we're not far from the second step already. So I think we need 4,000 view hours and then 1,000 subscribers. So we're not far from that at all. We'll hit that pretty quickly, I believe. I'd say probably the next 2 or 3 months. So thank you guys for being there. But anyway, let me get back to work. All right, so we're getting this to fit in there quite a bit better, actually. This here can get pushed forward. It'll close that gap up. I still got to trim underneath here. I'm going to do that very slowly and kind of get this to relax into that. And that way it'll be a nice transition. We'll have to clean this corner off just a little bit, then beat this back forward and weld that little corner up. And then all we'll have to do is just one little filler piece right there. So, and then this will get cut off. Similar to this, it'll get cut off, and then I can kind of beat that back and get a nice tight fit there. So that's going to look a whole lot better, fitting a whole lot better. So I'm definitely happier with it than I was before. So like I said, we'll go ahead and I've got it marked back here. I'm going to try and leave just a little bit of overlap so it doesn't blow through. And then I'll just take and start welding it and flushing this up. Because I actually want to cut this where it is flush, and then this, as it goes across here, just kind of leave just a little bit of overlap on it. So, yeah, not too bad. And I may have, I have a friend that has a Nissan hardbody pickup, and he's wanting to sell it for parts. It's a regular cab, but it has a chrome front end, the chrome mirrors. I don't know what color the interior is on it yet, but I'm assuming it's red. It's a red truck. So it's probably tan. But we'll see. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow after I get off work. So I may video that. We'll see. But anyway, just keep plugging away. See if I can't get this in there. All right, we are slowly getting it in. Got the bottom kind of welded. We're gonna go through and do a few more tacks across here so we can metal finish that a little bit better. I got to get this corner kind of beat around, cut this corner off, then we can make this piece to fit in here. So, and then I still got to cut this lip off here. I'm probably gonna wait till I get that welded. That way I ain't got to try and fight it. I don't know, I might cut off so I can beat it back a little bit. I got to do that too, but it's up pretty good there. So I'll be able to get that welded up and then get it metal finish as well. We'll have this project on this side anyway taken care of. We've got the new upper and lower ball joints, all that good stuff. I might just throw the wheel on here just so I can see how this stuff fits. My hair is a mess. Need to throw my hat on, but anyway. I'm going to try and get the other side going. Try and get the upper and lower control arms off pretty soon. I may not get that in this week's video. It's already Wednesday night. It's currently about 9:30. So a little later than I want to be out here, but just part of it. We got a lot of stuff going on here at the house, like always with every family. Everybody's busy, especially this time of year, so just kind of part of it. But we're not done with this week's video yet, so don't count me out. Also, make sure to hit the subscription button. Make sure to hit the like switch, comment down below, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. As far as making me look like my eyes are bloodshot, I promise my eyes are not bloodshot, so I don't know what that's all about. I'm just getting old, an old man. But anyway, I need to get this garage cleaned up. It is a mess. Stuff everywhere. I've got the heater running. I'm gonna heat the garage up a little bit. It's not too cold, but you guys may as well use it, so we're okay. All right, I just got back. Oh Jesus! I just got back from Jacob's house. I want to say thanks to him. Can't tell, but we got the shocks put on the Nissan. It really needed it. I looked online, and a lot of people said to get shocks off of a 4x4 Nissan, and they work great. The truck has been lowered quite a bit. It's not tuck and tire, but it's pretty close, and rode a whole lot better. I've not had shocks on it since I've been driving it. When I first got it, I was planning on bagging it, so I took and pulled all that stuff off, and never put shocks on it, so I'm glad I did. But we're making progress. We're getting there. It looks like we're kind of going backwards a little bit, but sometimes you gotta go backwards to go forward. So I do like the way that it's coming out. I really want to put the ball joints and stuff back on and put just to check everything, make sure it's gonna be okay. I haven't put the wheel on the driver's side yet to see what we're gonna get into with the master cylinder. We may not be able to turn much anyway, or not the master cylinder, but with the brake booster. So, judging by where this one is at, I think we're gonna be really, really close to it, and we may be doing this for nothing. They may not work because of the brake booster, and I know you can get a brake booster off a Mazda Miata. They are quite a bit smaller, and I think I actually have one on the Mazda beside the house, my brother's truck. If I had to, I could steal his. He won't know. I won't tell him. And that'd be easy enough to switch out. 4 bolts, pulls right off. But we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and put the old ball joint stuff back on. Just get this thing bolted up, just see what it looks like. Don't want to see what it looks like. Why not? Let's get to it. All right, let's see how she fits. So that's as far as we can turn. We're still not hitting in the back. We're just barely hitting right there. But that's all the way laid out, and I'll be hitting the fender here anyway. Let's throw a fender on it. Where's my fender? That one's on the wall. This one's back here. The wall fender. How's that? As you can see, that's hitting, so it wouldn't be able to turn that far anyway. Right there is where that's at. Should be pretty good. All right, we got it on there. You can see how close we are to that lip. We have room back in there. You really can't see it from here, but plenty of room back behind all of that. Let's see if we can get you in there. No. Yeah, take my word for it. Then we turn it the other way. And right about there where it's hitting the fender. But it's spinning. So yeah, we've got the room we need. And I hope that's low enough. We'll get a chance to lay it out soon enough. I'm not gonna worry about messing with the other side tonight. Like I said, it's already pretty late. I gotta work tomorrow, but we're making progress. We are getting there. Get my hat hooked up. I'm not gonna worry about getting the driver's side on there tonight. We've made enough progress for tonight. I'm happy with that. Tomorrow we will start on the driver's side. I'm not gonna get them finished out in the video. I doubt it'll be the rest of the control arms, all that stuff, because I gotta be able to edit the video tomorrow. But yeah, we're making progress. Make sure and hit the like switch comment down below. Hit the notification bells for future videos. Make sure and share my content if you can. I do appreciate it. And make sure and subscribe so we can give you this Scar Audio D212 away. I'm ready to get it moving. So I haven't checked lately what the count is. Last time I saw it was 9:59. So really close, really close. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody, that's gonna go ahead and end this week's video. Unfortunately, yesterday at work, I had a little bit of an accident. I'm okay, I'm fine. I just bent over to pick up something off the ground, and we had braces hanging off the second floor floor joist. And when I bent over, when I stood back up, it hit me kind of in the back of the head. About 2 o'clock, I started getting a really bad headache after work. Grace is checking on me to make sure I'm okay. She's just trying to get petted, actually. But anyway, I got hit in the back of the head, saw stars for a little bit, stood there kind of dazed for just a second, and had a real bad headache the rest of the day. We got to pet her. She's going to drive us crazy here. So, but anyway, I came home from work about 4 o'clock, sat around, I got something to eat. My head was still kind of hurting, so I decided to go to bed early, just kind of sleep it off, see how I felt. I woke up this morning, I still had a little bit of a headache, but not too bad. But I wasn't able to make any progress yesterday to get this week's video finished. So, oh well, it's part of it. Things happen. Y'all understand. I am fine, so I do appreciate the concern, but I'm all good now. I felt, a little headache this morning, but as the day went on, I felt better. I feel really good now, so I'm real happy with how I'm feeling. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I've decided how I'm going to do the giveaway. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw 5 names through a random generator. I'll make a video on exactly how we're going to do that, but what we're going to do is going to draw 5 names. So 5 people will get something, and 1 person will win the subwoofer. And what we're going to do is the 5 names that we draw, we'll just check and see if they're actual subscribers. And the first person in the order that you're drawn will get the first chance at the subwoofer. If you're not a subscriber, it goes on to the next person, and so on and so forth until we get, hopefully, somebody that has subscribed to the channel. And if the first 5 don't get it, we'll have to draw until we find a subscriber. But we're 37 away from subscribing. So if you subscribe now, you still have a chance to win. You don't have to be a long-time subscriber. You just have to be a subscriber to the channel. So 37 isn't many. We're really close to hitting 1,000, and I really do appreciate it. Make sure and do all the good YouTube things. Make sure and hit the like switch, comment down below, hit the notification bell so you do catch the next couple videos, because they're going to be very important, because we'll be giving a sub away. Make sure and share my content. I really do appreciate that. It helps my channel grow. And also, make sure to subscribe. That's it. If you want to win a subwoofer, all you gotta do is hit the subscription button. Nothing else. It's that easy. Just click the button, move it along. Not hard to do. So I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully next week we'll get more done. I've talked to Aaron Jones and Brandon Meadows about getting stuff ready to paint for the Mazda for the front end. So I'm planning on pulling that stuff off. I've got a red washer trying to bite me. I'm planning on pulling the front suspension off this weekend, getting it cleaned up, getting it ready to primer, get it ready to paint. I've got all the front end stuff here. I do have to order the inner and outer tie rod ends, but that's not a big deal. But anyway, that we'll do that for next week. But anyway, I'm getting stuff ready for next week's video. That way we can have a little bit better video. I'm trying to keep everything around 30 to 35, 40 minutes, somewhere around there. Not real long videos. I've had several people comment that they like to see shorter form videos. I'm not going to go real short, but I think 30 minutes is plenty short enough. So also, again, I want to thank you guys for being here. I can't be here without you. I appreciate all your support, and you guys push me forward and keep me going. It means a lot to have you following along, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. I need to get in the garage and maybe get something done. So, like, yeah, it's not. Oh, what are you still doing here? Video's over. Yeah, the video's over. Still sticking around, though. I appreciate that. Hey, while you're here, go ahead and hit the subscription button. I'll give you a sneaky chance to win that subwoofer. You'll get an extra chance since you stayed late in the video. Go ahead, hit the button. I appreciate it. Right here. Subscribe. Subscribe, you got it. Have a good one.